the Senate. And that's how the National Assembly is formed. The 10th Assembly, the contest is a stiff one. And we turn our attention to Eti-Osa federal constituency. The Eti-Osa federal constituency election, which will be contested, has 5 candidates I was looking at, and one of the candidates is the incumbent representing Eti-Osa federal constituency. We'll be having discussions this evening with Ibrahim Obanikoro, who is a candidate of the All Progressives Congress, as well as the House of Reps member representing Eti-Osa. Great to have you join us, Ibrahim Obanikoro. All right.
Thank you, my friend. How are you today?
Brilliant. And it's always a pleasure to speak with young Nigerians who've gotten into National Assembly. I remember many years ago when he did venture for the chairmanship then. We thought it was a tough one he was going to attempt, but then he did. And what a contest it was then. And now, years later, it's in the National Assembly. This has been streamed live on Facebook as well as on YouTube. So, thank you very much, and we can get into it straight away. The National Assembly is a very, very important aspect of the country's democracy. And the 10th Assembly has a lot of work to do, just like the 9th Assembly already has. Babajide, what would you say the key role for those who are just getting to understand what the House of Representatives means to the country's democracy will be the number one job for a lawmaker representing Eti-Osa will be?
Thank you for this opportunity again. As a lawmaker, as a member of the National Assembly, we all know that any land without rules and regulation will be barbaric. And that is exactly what the National Assembly is about, ensuring that we have rules and regulations that will guide our people aright, that would in a way tell us how to live our lives to a very large extent. And that's how important the National Assembly is, because we make the rules, we set the laws, we amend them, we edit them. And another function that is important that National Assembly does is that we oversee the functions of the government, that is the executive arm of government. We also allocate and approve their budgets for them, and that is where the oversight function comes in. This year, we allocate to you how much you're going to spend for the next year, and then the following year or during the course of the year, we'll go around in different committees to ensure that you are doing exactly what your funds that has been appropriated to you is for. And those are the basic rules of the National Assembly. Also, we, especially in the Senate, they approve who the ministers are. They screen and approve the ministers, screen and approve who is the DG or sole administration or MD of government parastatals. And that is because to make sure that we have the best hands handling the affairs of every agency or parastatal or ministry. And those are the roles that the National Assembly play on paper. We also now have another function, which is a political role. And this is what gets majority of the people's interest. The role where we are your eyes, your ears, and your nose as a constituency, be it within the government, be it outside of the government. You want to make sure, or I want to make sure that whatever stand I take is the stand of my people. Whatever fight I'm fighting is to make sure it's bringing some form of betterment, development to my people in my constituency.
Absolutely, an excellent opening there. In case you just joined, we have Ibrahim Obanikoro, who is the House of Rep member representing the Eti-Osa federal constituency, and is also vying for the same seat in the election happening on the 25th of February next year. Talking about development, it's one thing for you to be on the outside to see how things happen, but it's one thing to be in the inside. As a member of the 9th Assembly, you perhaps also have seen things from a vantage point, and you look at Eti-Osa and ask the question, a typical resident here, what are the most important things and how have you been able to put those developmental objectives forward? If you were going to highlight, say, 2-3 of them, what will they be?
I've been able to touch massively on education. I've been able to touch massively on infrastructure and massively on human capacity. On education, before resumption of office, we saw that there was a deficit, and there still is a deficit in infrastructure, especially in Eti-Osa Constituency 1. You see, our children travel from Constituency 1 to Constituency 2 to attend schools. So one of the first things we did was to provide a school bus to ensure that, as opposed to having children in different buses hopping from one bus stop to the other and trying to get to school, let's get as many of them in one bus that will convey them from Aja to VI and then finally at Osborne. And then the same thing in the afternoon from Osborne to VI, then Aja. So that bus conveys about 140 something students seated. And then you now have those that would stand. So we are looking at close to 150, 180 students in one spot that you know that they are safe going from their home to school and back home. Parents also are relaxed to know that their children are not hopping from one bus to the other. And then that's what gave birth to us facilitating numerous school projects into schools. So we've been able to facilitate at least 4 buildings, which each one of them has a minimum of 3 classrooms in each schools that we have done. We've done 4 schools now. So now they are able to take on more students. So we hope that at the end of the day, it will reduce the amount of students traveling down here. And if given the opportunity to go again, it's one of the major things we are also going to continue trying to ensure that we bring more schools to that area so that students can go to school in their locality. They can spend more time reading and relaxing than spending hours in traffic. And now, we as a people as well, we concentrated heavily on infrastructure, like I said. And what I mean by infrastructure is roads. We're able to facilitate 7 roads completed and 8 one about to commence, I think next month. We will start that one. Now, these roads are key roads where they give you easy access away from Lekki Expressway. You know, there's always congested, so much traffic. So these roads help you out of there, especially on Monday. Mafia Detoro in Shola Moledadu, Mafia Detoro in Aja, 3 other roads in Osapa, London, 1 in Obalende, and 1004. We've been able to help them. Their main road that links from gate A to B, we've been able to help them rehabilitate the road, and it's now smoother than what it used to be. So these are some of the infrastructure that we have facilitated to Eti-Osa. And with the second term, and with the experience and the IOUs that we have now, we'll be able to do a lot more come next term, inshallah. And on human capacity, like I said, that we have done, we have been able to empower and train a lot of constituents, span across age, majorly the youth, and then obviously some elderly there too that we have helped, especially petty traders. We've given them cash to enhance their capital, to enhance their market. We've sent a lot of our students to agricultural training, artisan training, to better themselves, so that, because we realize that it's not everybody that wants to do 9 to 5. Some people just want to be on their own. So we've been able to help them get going. As we are training them, we're also giving them startup kits to start their business. So these are the 3 areas that I believe and there's still more that I just don't want to continue. I know that you're still going to ask me more questions.
Exactly.
I'll reveal more of the things that we have done.
Absolutely.
I just don't want to,
Yeah, we can be here from now till Kingdom Come, talking about plants, because it's such a massive constituency. For those of you who want to join the conversation on social media, it's at Nigeria Info FM, and on WhatsApp 0809 597 5805. Again, 0809 597 5805. You know, there's a charity begins at home. We're located right in the center of your constituency, so I can imagine the messages are coming in especially around the Ekpe-Ajah axis. Interesting, because the next question is tied to the first one. You talked about the opportunities which you've seen and have worked on. The challenges are also embedded, I can imagine, in the question
you're going out.
Okay, can you hear me clearly now?
Hello?
Is it better now? Okay, let's see if we can try again. All right, we'll try and reconnect with Ibrahim Obanikoro and see if we can pick up from there. Can you hear me clearly now? All right, we'll try and reconnect, and let's see how this goes. Don't forget, you've got questions, you've got comments. It's Eti-Osa Federal Constituency. Let's see if we can hear clearly now. Is it better now?
Back.
Excellent. So I was saying that the challenges are also a very important part. Opportunities where you've mentioned at least three key areas: education, infrastructure, human capital development. What about the challenges? I did hear you mention deficit. It hasn't been a cakewalk all along also too.
No, it has not. It has not been a walk in the park. Far from it. Far from being a walk in the park. Considering the fact that we have, like you rightly said, 360 members from every angle and corner of Nigeria that we are all trying to bring, and the resources that we are all pulling from is limited. It's definitely not unlimited. So it's not easy to facilitate, to move around. And we have about 130 something committees, of which I'm a member of, I think, about 10 of them. And of the 10, I can't even finish navigating one in the entire 4 years. So it's a lot of, rat race that we, go through here at the National Assembly. And then you also now, I must say thank you to the Speaker for he gave us very able room to operate. Also, the leadership of the Lagos Caucus, they've been fantastic. They've helped us a lot navigate. So that's the beauty of, having experience, to play with, because their experience has guided us aright to help us facilitate all of the things that we have been able to facilitate. So it's not been a walk in the park. It's been far from it, So National Assembly is huge. It's a huge institution that we cannot cover in 4 years. But the little we can do, we have been able to facilitate it through one way or the other. And I must say thank you to SDG as well. At least SDG has facilitated one school and one clinic through SDG. So I must say a big thank you to the former Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Adejoke Orilope, for the assistance and support that she has given the entire Lagos membership of the House of Reps. So it's not been a walk in the park. It's been but to God be the glory. At least we've been able to deliver on majority of our promises.
All right, and you know how they say, if you have done plenty of work and you're applauded, the reward is more work. If you think about what the 10th Assembly has in store, the Eti-Osa Federal Constituency 1 axis, you look at a lot of development happening. You have the refinery, the free trade zone, a lot of stuff happening around that axis. Does it make your work a lot easier knowing that in terms of development in Lagos, maybe even Nigeria by large, that perhaps is the next boom zone, and the demand for the infrastructure and development there? How does that help shape the vision of what a lawmaker like you needs to do?
Now, the free trade zone center is in Ibeju-Lekki. That's a different constituency from mine. The majority of the travel time, to get there is going to be in my constituency.
Right.
Now, with that development, there is one or two things that we can do. We can always call for. And myself and my colleague in that constituency have been holding a series of meetings to that effect, to ensure that our alternative routes are brought to life. Because if this free trade zone and the port and the airport that is planned for that side of town, if it kicks off, the Lekki-Epe Express Road cannot handle the volume of traffic that will be coming through. So we need an alternative route, which, as we speak, myself and my colleague are continuously clamoring for, to make sure that the alternative routes are motorable. And then we've also been calling for more security in that area, because
all right, let's see. It looks like we have a glitch there. Can you hear us clearly? All right, we'll try reconnect again. And in case you just joined us on our road to 2023, we have Ibrahim Obanikoro, who is the House of Representative member representing Eti-Osa Federal Constituency 1. The All Progressives Congress is also gone in for the same seat in next year's general election. The National Assembly election comes up the same day you have the presidential election. There are 5 candidates who are vying for that seat, and we have one here with us. So don't forget, if you got questions, you got comments, you can send on WhatsApp 0809 597 5805. Towards the end of the interview, we hope we can at least grab 1 or 2 calls so that the honorable member of the House of Representatives can take those questions. 99.3 Nigeria Info, let's talk. And it's such a very important contest. Ever since 1999, when we broke into the Fourth Republic, the National Assembly has been, from the 1st to the 10th where we are now, it's been plenty of talk. And of course, maybe they have the one that's been most criticized by members of the electorate. And we need to really take seriously those who are going to represent us in the National Assembly. Let me see if I can get any of the comments or questions here on. All right, while we wait and get those comments and questions back, let's see if I can grab in a couple of calls, and then if and when Ibrahim Obanikoro connects back with us, we can have him respond to the questions. So the number to call very quickly, I think I can grab in 2 calls before we're reconnected. 0700 993 993 993. Again, 0700 993 993 993. And also don't forget, you can also send us messages on WhatsApp. Then the number, female only line, is 01465 7190. Again, 01465 7190. Right, let's see. Hello and good evening. Hello and good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Great. What's your name, please, and where are you calling from?
All right, my name is Wally. I'm calling from Aja.
All right, Wally, is a comment or question? You can go ahead quickly.
What did you say? Say that again.
Is it have you got a comment or a question?
Yeah, so sort of a question and a comment.
Go ahead.
So, yeah, thank you. So, your neighbor spoke about, what he did in the education aspect. And I just want to know, because I've not been seeing any boss around, because he mentioned about, boss that, he provided. So, and I've been staying in this address for close to 10 years. I've not seen any bus, for the school children. So I want to understand, maybe these buses for, some certain areas, or those buses are just, limited for now.
No, and the area you stay. So, sorry, very quickly before I let you go. The area you stay, there's an urgent need for you to have buses for the children, right?
Yes, correct.
Excellent. So, we'll take that with him once he rejoins. Thank you very much. Keep the calls coming, and we would love the questions. Also, a lot of them focus on the Eti-Osa Federal Constituency for context. Hello and good evening.
Good evening, Aro.
Thank you. Your name, please, and where you're calling from?
Emmanuel. I'm calling you from Ekwe.
Fantastic, Emmanuel.
I'm not one of those people who believe a lawmaker should build roads, schools, or what have you, because I don't think that is their job. But circumstances we find ourselves in this country makes us sometimes ask questions we should be asking. My questions are, what are they doing about the National Assembly do something about security votes, where a governor picks up 500, 600 million a month for security votes? Or rather, can't we have something like education votes, to mop up children who are on the streets and put them into school? Right, that is my question number one. That is a security votes vis-a-vis education votes. Then my second question is, what specific law has he thrown up in the National Assembly, or what law has he influenced in the National Assembly? Thank you and good evening.
All right, thank you very much. All right, we have Ibrahim Obanikoro back with us, and what we're going to do, thankfully, our network wahala, we're going to go on a break, and we come back. What I will do is that I've got a couple of questions now from your constituents, and I'm sure you want to respond to them after this break. So we can go grab something very quickly and come back, sir.
Okay.
Excellent. So we'll go on a quick break. When we come back, we have just a couple of minutes for us to have the member of the House of Representatives, Babajide Obanikoro, respond to the questions. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
In the heart of Lagos. News.
My dear Lagosians, my name is Funsho Duarte. I envision a Lagos wayo clearing agent asking for money every day. Unnecessary costs, clearing delay, and damaged goods.
Yeah, sorry.
Still, customs seized the entire container from my transporter due to underpaid customs duty, which I paid in full.
Mr. Igwe, Go Agent is the solution.
Go Agent?
Go Agent is the cost-effective, safe, and easy way to clear and transport your goods in Nigeria, all from your mobile phone.
Wow!
Yes, Go Agent simply connects verified importers with verified agents and transporters on one digital platform. Sign up free on www.goagents.com.ng. Engage a verified agent and transporter, and then monitor your container on your phone from anywhere you are. Go Agent, you relax, we work it out.
Are you ready? Get tips on how to start, grow, and maximize your entrepreneurship journey despite recession. Date 5th of November 2022. Featuring Brian Tracy, Les Brown, Dr. Stephen Akintayo, Chief Dele Momodu, Robert Kiyosaki, Cosmas Maduka, Dr. Sumi Smart, and lots more, with special performances by Bitu and Bovi. Register on our website on globalwealthfestival.com/Lagos or contact 0705-9568-875 now for more information.
My friends? My friends are crazy and sweet, wild and caring, weird and loving. They have their scoring, but they are also angels, flawed in their ways, yet awesome in every way possible. Chasing wins one loss at a time. My besties are flawsome. Watch them only on Showmax from 10th November. Sign up at showmax.com.
Oh, no, this year Basira still bad to deal. Hey.
Confirm. Biliki, I better bring me 7 up Aghogho Oboh to there. See, what you go drink?
Oh, shit, J Baba. Hey, if you like say you don't hammer this time, oh. Abi, you won't buy my own joy.
No, they whine me. You never sabi. Ground on level, pa.
How you mean now?
See, you fit enjoy your cold, refreshing bottle of 7-Up, Mirinda, or Pepsi 35cl for just 50 naira.
Why you know yam me this one since now? I bet Biliki add one chilled Pepsi for there. Enjoy chilled refreshments with the Aghogho bottles, 7-Up, Mirinda, and Pepsi 35cl glass at 50 naira only. Ground on level with the Aghogho bottles. All now Aghogho.
Nigeria now we country, APC na the party, now one man be a choice. Nigeria now we country, APC na the party, now one be a choice. Who be the president we need? Who be the president we go go?
People of Nigeria don't talk, them say na Asiwaju Bola Tinubu them want as president of Nigeria.
Our country people get many reasons will make them all agree say na Asiwaju Bola Tinubu them choose for this president election.
Yes, so Bola Tinubu na man wey sabi anything wey him put in hand, he dey work wella.
He do better work for Lagos State when he be governor. Till today, Lagos people still they enjoy from all the better things wey Jaburata for Lagos. People of Nigeria, he good to make we vote for who sabi.
As it come be so, make we all come out for election day and vote Bola Ahmed Tinubu as president of Nigeria.
Vote Senator Kashim Shettima as vice president. Vote APC, the party with the broom.
Who be the president we go vote? Na Bola Tinubu.
Listen to this to understand the amazing power of 5G. Oops, sorry, I played that at 5G speed. Now, here it is at a speed you're used to.
With hyper-fast internet speed, low to zero lag and buffering, multiple connections, and quality data sharing, 5G will give us amazing things like remote surgeries, self-driving vehicles, instant file downloads, smart homes.
Get ready to experience the incredible. And remember, no be juju, now MTN 5G.
Growing up can be confusing, and everybody tells you what to do with your life. Nobody really knows what you're going through. They don't get why you tricked your friend or why you even stole from a notorious kingpin. They're just quick to judge. If only they knew what the true story is. I am Ishaya, and I want to tell you my story.
Watch Far From Home on Netflix. Nollywood is home.
Beat Sakpa with Jumia Black Friday. From November 4th to the 30th, you can get access to all those products you've had your eyes on all year at prices that will leave some some change in your pocket. You also don't have to pay for delivery fees on thousands of products when you order above 1,999 naira. T's and C's apply.
Jumia, your everyday delivered. 99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
All right, 99.3 Nigeria Info. We back to the discussion, and after a long break, and we still have Ibrahim Obanikoro, Federal House of Representatives member representing Eti-Osa Federal Constituency 1. And Babajide Obanikoro, I hope you're still there with us. Sorry about the long break, but
yes, I am.
Great. So what I'll just do, with the little time we have left, is just go straight to the questions that your constituents are asking you. Desmond from Ajah writes, please, what's the Honorable doing as regards the Songote Awoyaya road construction? That road is deplorable. Please, what are his plans also regarding the plight of the man? That's one question. And the other had to do with someone who lives in Ajah who said that he hasn't seen any of the bosses talked about yet, whether it's for a specific area and if there are plans to extend to other areas. And then one asked another very interesting question, asking, what do you think if the security vote for governors is scrapped? Instead, you have it replaced with education vote. So those are the comments I'm getting here. I don't know which one you will go with first.
For the Songote Awoyaya issue, that's Ibejuleki, a different constituency from mine.
Excellent.
Having said that, I still drove to Ekpe on Sunday, if memory serves me right. Yes, on Sunday I drove to Ekpe, and I did see a lot of activities of reconstruction going on in that area. And of course, if there's reconstruction going on, until the construction is over, you will not get the best of the road. So I would, ask that people should exercise patience. Let Kronberg, the construction company that's working on the road, give them time. Because if you go from Epe all the way to almost approaching that area, the road is actually, I was impressed by how good the roads are. But obviously, if you get to that construction site, Eti-Osa, work needs to be done. And I'm sure with time, they'll get there. And the issue of the school bus, it's just one school bus that sets out in the morning. I think they set out as early as 6:30. I'm not sure what time they set out, but they set out that early and then go down to Ikoyi. And then after school hours, I think about 3:34, thereabout, they bring them back. So if you look at, if you can, track these times, I'm sure you see the bus, you run into the bus either in the morning or in the afternoon. On security and education, but these are two aspects of life that are extremely important. But if you ask me, I'll take security a bit more important than education, because without security, there can't be any form of education. So I wouldn't advise anybody to scrap security votes for education votes. So, like I said, security is extremely important. Everybody needs to be secure. It's when you have peace that you can think about education. It's when you feel safe that you can consider going to school. So I would advise any government to do that. So the security vote for me.
Finally, before we let you go, what about security generally in the area? You talked about during your opening that it's something that's of great concern to you, security of lives and property in your constituency.
Yes, security. Thank you for bringing that up. Now, one of the first things I did as a member of the House of Representatives is to move a motion requesting that all our barracks be rehabilitated. And I say this because I know that the barracks are in a very bad state. They need to be rehabilitated so that our police officers, our uniformed men can have a place to call home. When they go home, they can actually get the rest that they deserve, so that when they come back tomorrow morning or the next day, they can work for it. And I understand that across Nigeria, barracks are being renovated as we speak. So I'm sure in due time we'll get to Eti-Osa as well. That is for security. And one of the first things we also first did was to give out bikes to different estates, that they should use this bike to add to their fleet of security patrol vehicles to be patrolling their estates. We've also gone ahead to give, if you are about to give a combination of 3 estates that have water as their border, about to give them a speedboat for policing that their waterways, because we understand, we know that from experience, some mishaps have happened and the criminals have gotten away through the waterways. So we are trying to prevent that. So this is all in tackling security. And I'm one of those that is also championing that more security outlets should be built for us in Eti-Osa, so that we can make sure that our properties and lives are safe. So we are pushing hard to make sure that everybody is safe in Eti-Osa. And also, we have distributed over 300 to 400 street lights across Eti-Osa. These street lights are also to eliminate dark areas at night, so you can walk free and safe in Eti-Osa whenever you are in Eti-Osa. And for us that are constantly and permanently there, we want to feel safe. Another reason why we've been providing solar street lights is to provide security at night.
Excellent, and it's a great way to segue. And we're going to touch base again with Ibrahim Obanikoro. I mean, I'm sure when next we get you, Ibo, we'll put you on the grill so that the constituents can have a one-on-one clinic with you, because I know it's a very busy time for the candidates as they head into next year's general election. Thank you very much, Honorable Ibrahim Obanikoro.
Thank you very much for having me. I look forward to every other opportunity that you call me to come and answer to my constituents. I thank the callers for calling in. My doors are open. I can be reached at 26 Sumbo Jibo off Ribadu, the Koida's constituency office. Email is ibocampaign@gmail.com. Our Twitter handle is @JideKoro. Instagram is Rep Ibrahim Obanikoro. Facebook is Ibrahim Obanikoro. And the website is ibo.org.ng. I'm your neighbor. I'm willing and ready to listen to you at every given time. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. All right. 99.3 Nigeria Info. We're going to switch our attention now to the very interesting topic about managing private wealth. So we have with us this evening, Anike Brimo. It's a pleasure to have you join us tonight, 99.3 Nigeria.
And I want to assume that you would run because I want to give the listeners context for the conversation.
In 2019, you were running mate to Atiku Abubakar. What did you learn then that you will not repeat this time?
Yes, when is the president coming out to address us?
There's a few things. One, I have a burden and a passion for young people.
The fact that you have elected a man does not mean then you begin to order him around. The president will do whatever is good for the country at any given time.
Mr. Adeshino, isn't the president responsible to the people?
What should the next president do to root out stakeholders who are complicit?
You fire those that need to be fired are fired. It's looking like a brand new Chelsea, attacking with so much fluidity. And what can you say about that, Martin? I know you follow Chelsea quite closely.
I live close to the Chelsea training ground. That's what you mean by that. I'm not a